Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Tuesday, November 13th, 2012. Thank you for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We're going to look at the S&P 500 E-mini futures. You'll see that the futures are trading lower by 7 points to 1371 and a quarter per contract. Decent little drop here on the futures. Usually when the futures are down, it tells you one thing: the U.S. dollar index is trading higher, and that is the case this morning. Here's a chart of the U.S. dollar index, which was a little bit lower earlier, but has really caught a little bit of a bid again, and now back up to $81.21 per contract. So dollar up, market down. That's kind of the way it goes. We'll see where this market plays out today. Yesterday was a very light holiday volume session, so we couldn't make too much out of it today. Markets resuming their overall downtrend that they've been in recently. So again, pretty good decline for the futures, although they were much lower in the around 5 or 6 o'clock this morning. Have recovered some, but still down about 7 points at the moment. So markets under some pressure here this morning. There's a lot of news to cover. First, we'll talk about, well, first off, let's start off with Asia last night. The Shanghai index was down 1.5%. So traders right off the bat should watch. If we have a weak U.S. market here, Chinese ADRs are going to be vulnerable. So watch the Chinese stocks. They will be vulnerable if the U.S. markets are weak once the opening bell rings. There was some news out of Europe. It looks like Greece was given a 2-year extension by the European Union. So an extension on their bailout loans. Also, they're going to receive more money. I guess it's going to be in a few more days. But I don't know if that payment is going to be received. So you do have some problems there in the European markets. And this morning you have most of the European markets slightly lower. Nothing damaging there. You do have the German DAX down about 0.7. Make that 0.8 of 1%. The CAC 40 is down 0.5%. Italy and Spain are both flat on the session. And then you have the FTSE 100, which is London market, which they can print their own money. That's down about 0.5%. So nothing earth-shattering here on the European front, but nonetheless, Greece is still in play. We can only wonder when Spain is going to become front and center news, and that shouldn't be too far down the road. That's really all I'm seeing out of Europe. Let's take a look at gold and oil. This morning you do have gold trading down about $4 on the spot price to around $1,727 an ounce. That's not really that big a deal. The GLD, you can see here, is trading at 167.34. It closed at 167.45. So really can't make too much out of that. And then when you look at light sweet crude this morning, it is trading down by another 50 cents to $85.45 a barrel. If you take a look at the USO, which is a good proxy for light sweet crude, you'll see that this is trading right around 31.44. It closed at 31.59 yesterday. So we don't want to make too much of a big deal of that. Again, if the dollar gets much stronger, watch for gold and oil to also be weaker on the session. If the dollar pulls back, then we'll see gold and oil start to move higher. That's usually how it works. And we'll just keep that on watch for the day. All right, there are some stocks in the news. We're going to begin with Home Depot today, because Home Depot came out with some numbers. They also upped their guidance. And again, stock's catching a decent little bit of a bid. It closed yesterday at $61.16. Today it's trading around $62.40. So can't make much out of it. Has not taken out the October 5th pivot high, which was, I believe, $63.20. When that happens, then the stock could trade all the way up to $66. It's a fairly strong gap today, so you want to respect Home Depot a little bit. But again, I'm not seeing all that great a price action on it, and that usually will happen with a weaker market. If Home Depot does start to surge, watch Lowe's and Sympathy. That stock could trade higher as well. That closed at $31.98. Today it's trading at $32.25, so that's still holding up pretty well. But there's still a lot of resistance at these recent highs for Lowe's, around $33.63. So again, until that level is breached, you have some short-term minor resistance in play at the moment. Okay, let's take a look at Dick's Sporting Goods. Ticker symbol is DKS. They came out with numbers as well. This is a strong gap up today. So the stock closed at 48.70. It's trading at 50.89. It's not that big of a gap, but nonetheless, you want to respect it. It is a strong gap. The stock has pretty good resistance around the $53 level, also at 54 and a quarter. So I'm not saying it's a great fade candidate, but I wouldn't really expect the stock to go much higher than that, at least not today, unless the overall stock market, the S&P 500, took off to the upside, and I'm just not really seeing that happening, at least not yet. Let's take a look at Michael Kors. Ticker symbol is KORS. This one also had earnings. Stock closed yesterday at $50.58. Today it traded as low as $46 in a pre-market. Now back to 49, so you don't want to make much out of it. But I do have some levels to watch for if the stock does sell off. Watch the 49.09 level. You also want to watch 45.30 and then 44.36 all the way down to 41.31. So those are going to be your levels for Michael Kors. And again, we'll see how it plays out. But right now, the stock is getting a bid back up, and we'll have to see it when it opens up. Again, anytime a stock opens above the level, then you watch the level for a potential bounce area. But if it opens below the level, then go to the next lower spot. That's how you want to, watch morning gaps. Let's take a look at Microsoft. That's in the news today as well. So the stock's been selling off the past few days. If you take a look at a daily chart, you'll see Microsoft has been selling off today. It's once again lower. It looks like an officer of the company has left, and that seems to be the news. I think it was the person in charge of their Windows branch, so Windows division. So again, I think it's Steven Sinofsky is departing. So either way, the stock is down, but the stock is oversold now. So traders are going to watch for the 2660, 2650 level. That should be pretty good support all the way down to $26. After that, it would be 28, 29. But I think that level down there around the 2660, 2650 area should be pretty good, at least near term. It may even have the stock may even have some support around 27. But seeing the way it's coming down, I think it could get down to that 2660, 2650 level. So we'll see how that plays out. Again, I think everybody should watch that level going forward, and we'll see how that does shake out going by the end of the day. But again, that level does look attractive for Microsoft. There are some other gaps out there, but they're not big ones, or they don't have a lot of volume. I'm trying to give you the most liquid stocks that I can find at the moment. Those are the only gaps that I really want to even present forward. Other than that, I really don't feel that they're worth it. So once again, just to reiterate, the market overall, the S&P 500 E-mini futures are now down 8 points to 1369, 1370 and a quarter, and we'll see where this market goes. The dollar is catching a bid. Again, if the dollar is strong, the markets will come under more pressure. If the dollar fades or sells off once the opening bell rings, then the markets will recover and recuperate a little bit. So we'll have to see how that plays out going forward. I want to wish you all a great trading day, and we'll see you on the charts a little bit later. Take care, everyone.